BMW is set to drop their 2023 XM soon enough, and the car manufacturer has recently teased their most powerful M-model car to date. However, the photos of the new model are ruffling a few feathers, and some have even suggested that the new XM is set to feature lower specs than originally promised. Oh dear. Today, we're discussing everything we know about the BMW XM potentially having less power and torque than first suggested. Stay tuned. Let's get straight into it and discuss those recently released photos. Luxury car maker BMW has recently dropped some photos of their soon-to-come XM model. The SUV is set to be the most powerful M car to date and has also undergone dynamics testing pre-launch at the end of this year. The concept was revealed back in November, which promised high specs for the camouflaged ride, but since details of that concept XM were revealed, the German car maker has reduced both power and torque in the model. Of course, it's still set to be the first electric M car using a petrol engine connected to an electric motor. The original specs suggested 550 kilowatts of power plus 1,000 newton meters of torque. But now the company has downgraded their XM, and when it drops at the end of this year or early next year, it will feature 480 kilowatts of power and 800 newton meters of torque. However, there have been some rumors which suggest that BMW could potentially be leaving the door open for an upgraded XM in the future. The SUV should boast an electric range of around 80 kilometers, which isn't a massive range, and it's so far unknown what its top speed and efficiency ratings are, so we'll have to wait and see. The ride will also feature a hybrid-specific M xDrive all-wheel drive system, as well as an electromechanical roll stabilizing system. What have you guys made of this news? What are some of the other specs then? Let's see. Well, this one will also have rear axle steering, which could help with low-speed cornering, while also providing a ton of stability at high speeds, and the manufacturer has also revealed that the new XM will go into production at its plant in South Carolina, which incidentally is where a lot of the X-range SUVs are developed. We also think the new XM will retain the camo from the prototype, which will cover the double-kidney horizontal grille as opposed to the vertical grilles on some of the M cars. We're also not sure if the production XM will feature the same illuminated grille we saw in the concept, so again, we'll just have to wait and see. BMW has also hinted at an emotionally rich M-typical soundtrack provided by the XM's trapezoidal exhaust tips, as well as a cool split headlight design, which we've seen before on the 7 Series. Inside the car, we're set for a curved dash like we've seen on the i4 and iX, which will of course feature a touchscreen and digital instrument cluster in the same housing. The concept also features some pretty slick-looking brown leather upholstery and velvet seats, ambient lighting, and vertical air vents. Pretty cool. It's also thought while they may be targeting the American market, the XM should also sell well in Australia, where apparently 1 in 5 BMWs are from the M range. Do you like the look of the new XM? Next up, has the new BMW M2 backside been leaked? Stay tuned. BMW fans are excited for the release of the 2023 M2, which will be dropping before you know it, and those in the know are aware the German giant has been testing the new model recently, but it seems as though the backside of the new ride has recently been leaked online. The manufacturer will be angry to learn about the photos doing the rounds online, as they've done their best to keep the model under wraps. But a recent post on Instagram has allegedly revealed the backside of the new M2. The source was an account known as BMW_M_collector, which is a BMW M car page. The photos, which can be found with a simple Google search, shows the back end of the car, which features taillights which follow a similar design to the outgoing model's lamps, as opposed to the M3 or M4 style. We can also see the vertical reflector is very similar to the previous model, while the tail lamps feature a new design. We can also barely see the quad tailpipes, so we'll have to wait and see if this all matches up to the 2023 model when it's released later this year. It was initially thought the car would debut at Goodwood later this month, but BMW has recently suggested otherwise. What do you guys make of the leaked photos? Some worrying news for the UK market now. Stay tuned. The UK is going through tough times at the moment, and thanks to mass inflation, rising cost of living, plus skyrocketing petrol prices, the new car market has taken a bit of a pummeling. Last month, May saw a 20% drop in sales, which was the worst May in 30 years for the car sales market. The car market picked up over the past year or so, after showrooms opened again post-COVID. It's thought that people had managed to save a significant amount during lockdown and decided to treat themselves thanks to those barren months sitting at home alone. However, all of the above reasons, coupled with a supply chain crisis, has meant a slump in sales over the past month. There's also the ongoing semiconductor crisis, as factories in Korea and China struggle to make up for the demand following continued lockdowns. But it wasn't just the semiconductor shortage and the failing UK economy, with wire harnesses sourced from Ukraine also in short supply. All of this means that the UK's new car market is down almost a third since the pandemic began at the back end of 2019. Ukraine. And if inflation and other economic factors keep on going the way they're going, this will just be the start of things. And the fact that the price of unleaded has disgracefully just topped £1.80 per litre in the UK suggests this could be a sign of things to come. What do you guys make of this? A similar story in Russia now. Stick around. It appears sanctions recently handed down to the hardline Russian government following its illegal invasion of Ukraine are filtering down to the people of the former communist nation. Similar to the UK, the Russian new car sales market has taken a massive hit, but much, much worse than the island nation of the UK. It's been reported by some outlets that sales in Putin's country are down more than 80%, and sanctions have impacted the regular citizen. The market was once a powerhouse for the industry, but a lack of foreign investment has hit Russian firms and workers very hard indeed. It's thought that in May, just 25,000 new cars were sold, which, for a population of almost 150 million people, is a significant drop. The drop sees the biggest decline in sales in 16 years, and when you add to this a raft of supply disruptions to the largest country on Earth, it means the future is starting to look bleak. Of course, Russia doesn't produce many vehicles themselves and rely heavily on imports, which have obviously dried up of late, adding to the problem. It's thought Russia's new car stock is rapidly running out, and reportedly only 2 of the country's 20 automobile factories are currently in operation, which is pretty significant. What a shame. And finally, good news for Apple. Don't go anywhere. What has Apple got to do with the car market, we hear you cry? Well, quite a lot as it happens. The company this week revealed how they expect several leading car makers to integrate their CarPlay tech into their software. The company said earlier this week that they had made updates to the system as they bid to turn it into a software solution as opposed to the infotainment system it's largely used as now. The upgrades should allow users to control parts of their car through the CarPlay system, which would be huge for companies such as Mercedes-Benz, Ford, and Honda, and many others, who are all rumored to be interested in using the Apple tech. It's thought the software will integrate much deeper into car systems and will allow users to control parts of their cars they never thought possible through CarPlay, which is a far cry from just simply choosing which song you want on next. All of this is designed to make the user's experience better, as currently, in a lot of models, you need to leave the CarPlay system completely just to access things like climate control. It's thought the updated CarPlay system will incorporate access to all these sorts of things, which will make the experience much smoother and, of course, safer, as the driver won't have to mess around entering and exiting different systems. Sounds great. Are you a CarPlay fan? As always, thanks for dropping in today, and remember to join us again next time for some more big reveals. And why not do us a solid by sharing today's video with any petrol heads you might know of, while also subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on more great videos in the future. Bye, guys.